Hello. I'm trying to find my video. I had a webcam on. I don't know where it went. Video. Oh, here we go. There I am. Okay, got my AMSAT hat on. A little crooked, but I am here, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm live here. You probably know I am. Maybe you can wait a moment and be calm. I got prepared a cool video for you, so this should be fun. Oh, it looks like it's live. Just testing audio. Okay, we are live. Thank you for your patience. Now I have to share the link to my friends. Nope. My channel. Where's my channel? How about that? So I've been playing around with lots of different settings, and I figured it out, and it's pretty good. That our MMSSTV looks like it's going to be better. I've been playing around with lots of different settings than RX-SSTV, which is ironic because I've been telling everybody to use RX-SSTV. MMSSTV looks like it's going to be better. I've been playing around with lots of different settings. RX-SSTV, which is ironic because I've been telling everybody to use RX-SSTV. looks like it's going to be better. So here is the deal. Let's talk about what I've already done. What I've already done is decode images from the first day of the event. Let's talk about what I've already done. I did that the night of the first day of the event, which was Wednesday, April 11th. From the first day, I actually made up a little document. So I did 3 different passes the night of on Wednesday, April 11th. Wednesday, April 11th, and you can see them right here. So there's one that's after this is 12th because it was UTC put it into the 12th. But yeah, so they yielded. I'll show you what I got after they yielded the following great images. Put it into the 12th. But so yeah, this is actually what I just decoded tonight. After they yielded the following. I decoded this on the live stream previously using RX-SSTV. This is actually what I found was I had a couple different things. RX-SSTV. I hadn't set the right RX-SSTV. This is actually basically what I found sample rates. If you go to AMSAT UK, a couple different things. RX-SSTV UK, they have a great beginner's website for SSTV. Basically, actually linked to some of my stuff. But in it, they quote some people down here. They have a great beginner's website for SSTV, and they say to set the setting from the default down here, which is a low sample rate, to a higher sample rate, from 44.1 to 48 setting, and that's true. You do want to do that. Low sample rate, and I'll show you where that is here. From 44.1 set up 48 SSTV, you got to go to the MIS tab. And it's down here clock, so it says 4800 hertz. So that's 48 kilohertz. 40,000 hertz. And interestingly, it's down here clock. If you look at this little menu here, it's actually pretty similar to the menu that RX-SSTV has. And interestingly, which makes me think, and I've heard from others, they're based on the same. Basically, RX-SSTV uses the engine that MMSSTV has. I mean, look at this; it's the exact same. Which makes me think, and I've heard from others, they're not based on the same. Completely, RX-SSTV, especially if you look here on MIS, it says 4800. MIS over here, you can only set it to 44.1. But by default, this one is set to 11 kilohertz. So whereas this one by default is set to 4100 kilohertz, by default, and they say you want to put it to 4800. This one is set to 11 kilohertz. This one's way way lower than that. And so on the 11th, I decoded all these images with 1100 hertz. And what I found was this tonight, as I was going through these with the right settings, I decoded all these images. When I tell people to use RX-SSTV, I tell them to use it because this tonight, as I was what's up, Wesley Novak, with the right settings, I find that I thought I found in the past that in general it decoded, it didn't have as many slant issues as MMSSTV. See this right here? I find that cool thing about recording your audio and decoding it later is that with the virtual audio cable I use, you can decode from two different applications at the same time. So basically, I play an audio file, it goes through a virtual audio cable into both apps at the same time. So this image is the same source audio at the same time that this one is. And notice MMSSTV has the slant virtual audio cable into both. However, this image it does have a slant correction. See, I think RX-SSTV does it automatically, and that's one reason why I recommend. I have been in the past recommending RX-SSTV in general. It does have because it's just easier and you get better decodes. If there's problems, you just turn on the bandpass filter over here, and that cleans out any noise. So anyway, it's just easy. You can fix the slant and MMSSTV if you go to Sync tab. And then click this happy face. You can fix high accuracy slant adjustment, and that fixes it. If you go back, and now it's fixed. See, and then click this happy face. So high accuracy slant adjustment. This was decoded with BPF on, and while we're here, I'll see if I can. Then click this happy face. So I don't know if I'll be able to figure it out here. I'm not going to try to figure it out here. But BPF on. I'll go to another directory and show you some of the differences between the different settings. So where is it out here? I'm not going to try to figure it out here. BPF on. I'll go to another directory and show you the first one because that's where I was really learning all the settings. So where is it out here? So here's there's only 3 transmissions in each SSTV, each ISS pass at most. And so you can see clearly I have a lot more than 3, and that's because I ran the same. There's only 3 transmissions in each SSTV decodes multiple times with different settings, the same transmissions. So like here I've got MMSSTV, I've got RX-SSTV BPF off, RX-SSTV BPF on, and if you look here I've got clock 11025, and I added this to the file names to differentiate between all the new ones because I'm not going to be using 1125 anymore. So I'm always going to be at 41 kilohertz, not 11 kilohertz. All the new ones, because I'm not. So interestingly, let's compare this. So this is from last night, or this is from April 11th. When I just downloaded RX-SSTV while I was streaming and I didn't change any settings. I forgot about this particular setting. And it's interesting because when I just set it to 44.1 while I was streaming, it got worse. And see, this is what happens. I was like, what the heck? I turned up the sample rate. It's supposed to be higher definition, and it's worse. So see, BPF is the way I deal with problems when it doesn't decode well. Normally with RX-SSTV, bandpass filter. Supposed to be higher definition, it's worse. And in fact, that did fix it. So basically, here is 11 kilohertz. Here is 44.1 kilohertz, 44.1 kilohertz. So basically, and this is both with kilohertz BPF off, and here is 44.1 with BPF on. So it's a good. So here is the point I've been trying to make for the last 5 minutes. Basically, if you use the default of 11 kilohertz, it kind of fixes up any sort of issues it may have. So basically, see how this is obviously bad. The color's off. There's a problem here. If you turn on 11 kilohertz, it kind of fixes up any sort of. So basically, like if you were to just see how this is obviously. I don't know. I kind of lost myself there, but I think you get the point. If you turn on 11 kilohertz, kind of functions in the same way that BPF does, just fixing stuff. I don't know. I kind of lost myself. So, however, it's also kind of squirrely looking here. 11 kilohertz. It's probably hard to see in the same way that BPF does, just fixing stuff. What's up, Lewis? So it's probably hard to see in the stream, kind of squirrely, but this color is kind of wavy. It's hard to describe. But let me show you MMSSTV. So here comes MMSSTV. But this is kind of wavy. It's just a plain decode. I didn't have to do any slant adjustment. Let me show you MMSSTV. So if you compare it to here comes MMSSTV. The first RX-SSTV decode I did on Wednesday, just a plain the 11th. This is much better. This is really sharp. And if you compare it to even one of the things the bandpass filter does is it makes things a little fuzzy. So this is much better. You lose some sharpness in RX-SSTV and with the bandpass filter. So this is sharp. One of the things this is not quite as sharp. It makes things a little fuzzy. So basically, what I'm getting at is you lose some sharpness. I've re-gone through all the images from Wednesday that I had previously decoded with RX-SSTV, and I pretty much I'm using MMSSTV's versions because they're all better. So that's kind of where I'm going with this, and I can now show you what I have from just the first day. MMSSTV's versions because they're all better. Here we go. So this is image 1. That's kind of where I'm going in the series, and I can now show you image 2 in the series. MMSSTV's versions because they're all better. And this is only from I guess 3 passes that I did on Wednesday. I can now show you. And here it is, image 3 in the series. Image 4 is incomplete, I guess, but I just wanted to save it. So this directory, all SSTV images, is where I'm trying to sort out basically the top of all the images that I have. But initially what I do is, for a pass, I decode each transmission with multiple settings, different programs, as I just showed you, and I find the best that version of that transmission, the best decode of that transmission, and then I copy it into this folder here, and I compare it to other decodes from different versions of that transmission. And I say, okay, is this new one, and then I copy that I just decoded with these settings from this pass better than the best decode from a previous pass? If so, I delete that previous file, and then I have the better one. That's my workflow. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go through all the rest of my passes, do that workflow I just described to you. I'm not going to do that right now because it's already past midnight. That's what I'm going to do. Got like 4 or 5 hours of sleep last night. But I feel really good about having gotten to this point where I have a workflow that's already past midnight. With that said, let me show you the other images. 4 or 5 hours of sleep last night. That's image 4 of the series. I didn't get 5 yet. Here is image 6. With that said, let me show you the other images. And here is image 7. So these are just, I mean, pretty much perfect. I mean, I don't really, this one has a little bit of noise. You can see at the bottom in the black, there's some color where there shouldn't be color. I mean, pretty much perfect. Just be completely black. This one has a little bit of image 1 at the bottom in the black, there's some color. Nothing really. What's funny is when I compare the images, I'll show you how I do it. But I just basically click back and forth in this Windows preview what's funny is when I compare the images, and I'll show you how I do it. So here we go. So there's a lot here. Click back. I'll open up this Windows preview. I'll just click right, and you can kind of compare them. That one's really obvious, right? Here we go. So there's a lot. That's what I was showing you earlier. I'll open up. Now, when you get to, I'll just click right. Where they're similar, it's harder to tell. That one's really obvious, right? So look at that. That's what I was showing you earlier. I'll open up. That one is the one I did on the 11th. Where they're similar, it's harder to tell. That one's really obvious, you can see, but it looks like a painting almost. It's not good. This is with the low sample rate of 11 kilohertz. And this is, you can see, but the higher sample rate with the bandpass filter. So like within the pass directory, within a directory for a specific pass where I've decoded the same transmission with multiple settings, I'll just click back and forth and which one looks better, which one's better. And that one's obviously not it. And if I want to compare this one to to this one, what I'll do is I'll move, because I can't immediately go back and forth between two, I'll make another directory, copy those two candidates, we'll call them, I want to compare to that directory, and then I'll just click back and forth. To this one, like earlier I made like a best, because I can't immediately go back and forth between two, I'll make another directory, copy those two candidates, I can't compare that directory, and then I'll just click back and forth. To this one, that image, so this is that file, I can't compare that one, I can't compare that one, because this one in the middle, that image is in the middle, so I'll just copy that one, and I'll copy them into best, and then I'll open them up, and that one, now I can click back and forth between the middle. And another thing I was going to say is copy that one. This is not a good example, but sometimes I pick the one that has the least, that has the best border, that has the least slant, I guess. Another thing I was there's like yellow on the right on this one. This is not a good example. Yellow on the left on this one. This one, they both similar. It's negligible. You know, they both equally bad, if you want to say it that way. So that's not matter. That doesn't matter. And I have found MMSSTV actually similar. You know, either if it decodes properly the first time, or once you do the high accuracy slant adjustment. So that's not that doesn't matter. And I have found MMSSTV is still better than RX-SSTV. Either with that, because RX-SSTV often has larger like slants, like just teeny little slants. I don't know what. It's not quite like a slant, but it is. It's not as bad as like a big one. RX-SSTV also larger. That's how that works. Looks like I moved these. I don't know what. It's not quite like a slant, but it is. It's not as bad as like a big. So larger. That's how pretty much it. So I'm let me show you what I got left to do. I'm gonna do this tomorrow, so close all these. That's pretty much it. So let me show you what I got left. On Thursday I did 4 passes. I'm gonna do this tomorrow, and you can see them all here. All these. That's pretty much it. So let me show you what I did those 4 passes right there. On Thursday I did 4 passes. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. So if I go inside this first one, I go to the audio. Here's this was a problem where the audio recorder stopped when I transmitted. I try to call the Russians in between the the SSTV transmissions, and I think I had a high SWR issue because the recorder cut off when I transmitted, and I actually switched to a different setup. I have been using my big. I'll show you the setup I have been using. High SWR issue because the recorder cut off when I transmitted, and I actually switched to a different setup. I have. So this is my main rig that I normally use. I have been using a mobile radio, a Kenwood TMV71. Cut off. And it's got a little LiPo battery pack there. Main rig that I built this contraption to all hold it onto my body. Mobile radio. So when I transmitted with this setup, the audio recorder I had over there would just cut off. Battery pack there. I switched recorders. I have 2 different recorders, and I go back and forth between. So when I transmitted with this setup, the audio recorder I had over there, I can't remember for sure if this one has not had that issue. I don't think it has. So when I had this cutoff issue, I made me concerned that it was an issue with high SWR. However, I tested my SWR, and it seems to be fine. With that said, I didn't test it until much later after this happened. And in between the 2 periods, I did switch to. I didn't test it until my handheld radio and a different antenna. And another reason I switched is I felt like the signal wasn't as strong as it should have been with that setup. So I thought, okay, maybe it was high SWR because of my handheld radio back into the system and going to the audio recorder. Another reason I switched is I turned off and the signal wasn't as strong as it should be. And when I went to the other radio, the signal was a lot stronger on similar elevation passes. Though sometimes the signal gets obstructed by vehicles attached to the ISS or various obstructions on the ISS. Elevation passes. So anyway, I switched this other setup, which is just a handheld radio. Kenwood. It's actually hanging right there. Kenwood TH272. Other setup. Here I am, which is showing the handheld radio. I'm trying to show the interference. This is outside my apartment, so there's local interference on 145.805. It's showing the quite annoying radio. I'm trying to show the interference. This is outside my apartment. So getting back to the passes that are left so that's so I did 4 passes on April. So getting back to 12 passes or Thursday. Yeah, so that's these ones right here. And then on Friday, April 13th, I actually did 6 passes Thursday, but I forgot to record on the very first pass. But luckily, I still had 5 passes. So this one, I have no audio file. It's so annoying. I actually I do have an audio file, but I think what happened was I think I started it. Audio file. It's so annoying. So the second audio recorder I use, I do have an audio plays audio even if you're not recording. The one I normally use only. I think I started it. I haven't even checked to see how many people are watching this. So the second audio recorder I use, I do have an audio plays audio even if you're not recording. The main audio recorder I use only. I think I started it. I haven't even checked to see how many people are watching this. This one is it only plays audio. I monitor the audio through the recorder, so I put my headphone into the headphone part there, and unless this is recording, you don't hear any audio. It only plays audio. Recorder, I monitor my backup recorder. Let's say it'll play the audio through even if you're not recording. So I think I just I know I pressed the button because I watched it in the video, but for sure these audio files when I review them, I can tell audio through even if you're not recording. It started after I hit. After I tried to stop it. After the pass ended, I hit the button and then it started recording. So somehow I didn't start it right or something. So this is basically nuts. I know after I tried to stop it. After the pass ended, I hit the button. Kind of hear me like say something like, "Okay, good." I can't hear this myself. So this is basically nuts. After I tried to stop it. After the pass ended, I hit the button. Kind of hear me like say something like, "Okay, good." I can't hear this myself. I guess I could I'm not good with decoding any audio, so if I wanted to hear the audio, I'd kind of like say something like, "Okay, good." I can't hear this myself. I guess I could I'm not good with decoding any audio, so if I wanted to hear the audio, I'd kind of. Oh god, have I been feedbacking the whole time, guys? Nobody told me. Oh my god, I've been feedbacking the whole time. Damn it! Holy crap! Can't believe you guys watched. That's embarrassing. It's kind of annoying too because I just put a lot of effort into explaining all that, and I don't know if it was even. How are you guys still watching? You gotta tell me next time. I guess it wasn't that bad. I don't know. Why are you even watching? Man, that's really frustrating. Okay, that's that. I can't fix that. So. Yeah, the audio recorder had some issues. So on Friday I did, like I said, 5 passes, and then Saturday, that's today, I did. I received it 4 times, but the last time they weren't transmitting, and I only went out there to receive it just to make sure that it was off as it was scheduled to be. Basically, sometimes I'll be able to look at reports online to see if it went off when it was scheduled to, but it was scheduled to go off while it was over the east coast of Africa or Madagascar, and it only went over it went over Australia, like the east coast of Australia, but it was like 4:40 a.m. So I couldn't check Twitter. I checked amsatstatus.org or amsat.org/status. If you don't know about that, that's a really nice. Yeah, why does it do that, man? amsat.org/status has a nice report monitor. So basically, I went here to see if ISSSTV was active, and there weren't any new reports between the time I had last received it and the time it was about to come to me. And I don't want to miss any opportunities to receive it if I can. So I was like, well, technically it's supposed to be off. They're supposed to turn it off, but I don't know for sure that it's been off. And sometimes they leave it on. So that's why I went out there and turned it and listened, even though technically I didn't think it was going to be there. And it wasn't. So anyway, I got 4. One of the coolest ones was I did a demo at March for Science, basically like a public gathering, and there were kids there, and they got to watch me receive ISSSTV.
40 seconds it'll come on again, and a new image will be should come on really soon.
I just realized my face is covering part of this, so I'll move myself a little bit.
In seconds.
Yeah, that's his face.
Whoa.
I think that's at the bottom.
Can you guys see?
No, I don't think
See, it's happening.
so. You need to wait for 2 minutes.
Alright, well, I'm not going to show the whole thing. I'll make a video out of that one day. That's it for now, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And tomorrow I'll go through all the images that I still haven't decoded yet. And we will get to see if I got all 12. And if I got all 12 perfectly. If I got perfect decodes, perfect images of all 12 of the series. So thanks for tuning in. Next time, if you have feedback, say it twice. I see you wrote feedback, Lewis, and I didn't understand. I thought you were like saying I'm here, and that's frustrating. But anyway, I'm learning. This is my second live stream from my computer. I've done it from my phone before, where it's hard to make mistakes because they're simple apps. But let's see about next time. Thanks for tuning in. I'm John Breyer, KG4AKV. I want to thank my patrons. Appreciate y'all. Also want to thank my sponsors, Nordic PC. They built the PC that I'm working with right now. Arrow Antenna, Dog Park Software, maker of Mac Doppler, which I use to show satellite simulations, and also MacLogger DX, which I use to upload my logs to Logbook of the World. Thanks everybody. I appreciate you. 73.